See, well, we had fancy things since you've been gone.
Nice,
Future
amazing.
is now. We get it in here. Here's Jayson Stark's recent missive for The Athletic. Is that fair? Our Major League Baseball's new rules putting the action back in baseball. The results will they surprise us, Jayson? Now, one, can we not bury the lead? They trimmed 36 minutes off games on average. So I wanted to say yes.
Seriously.
Yes. Now we can move on from there because I don't want to say, oh, the ball should be in play more. Can we? A half hour of dead time off each game.
Yeah, well, I mean, baseball last year was the longest games ever played, just about, featuring pretty much the least amount of action that most people have ever seen in their lifetime.
But those are two different things.
But we had them both converging.
But they addressed one of them so good. So now, what about the other thing?
Okay, well, there's actually quite a bit more action. And I documented it, man. We're heading for 1,500 more runs scored and 1,000 more stolen bases. And if the pattern of offense that we've seen in the past repeats itself as we go along this summer, it'll be the most hits in over a decade, right? It'll be the most doubles in over a decade. It'll be the most singles, not as many as you would have thought, but still in quite a while.
All right, so
the time thing matters because here's how it translates. It was almost 4 minutes between every ball in play 2 years ago. Now we're almost down to 3 minutes. Brian, that is a huge difference.
Okay, good. Anecdotally, again, you're looking at the data, but anecdotally, I see a lot more balls dribbling into the outfield for the single. I'm big on the shift. I love the shift, but if that's the trade-off, I get it, right? Where are you on that?
Yeah, my favorite stat that you had in there was actually talking about runners running first to third.
Yeah, me too.
That is such like a difference, because that's an exciting play. And we don't think of that. We think of like stolen bases or triples, but like a player going first to third is really cool. It's like a really fun, exciting thing, particularly when it's a ball to right field where those balls are getting through for left-handed hitters now. That was my favorite stat in that piece, what increase of runners going first to third.
Give me a take on everything, Jack.
Well, the defensive side of the ball, we love watching that outfielder get up and make that throw. So yes, it's the stolen bases and everything has went up. What I'm going to look for now is, in Jason, great article, the strikeout rate. When are we going to see the velocities of front offices and players a little bit away from the launch angle, more towards contact, because that is rewarded now.
You need to be rewarded and incentivized in there. Are left-handed hitters getting, is that quantifiable that lefties are getting a better break here?
Look, not every left-handed hitter is now going to hit 330, but there are definitive upticks in how left-handed hitters are faring on pulled ground balls. Up 38 points on pulled ground balls from the same point last year. And the harder you hit it, look at the difference. Up 60 points if you hit it at 90. Up 70 points if you hit it at 95. And when you combine pulled ground balls and line drives, they're hitting 382, so you're actually rewarded now for a hard hit ball. And that was not the case. You can hit a screaming line drive over the second baseman. There was that guy standing out right behind him to throw you out.
Big picture, though. Is that what we wanted? Jake just said we want to incentivize and reward, hitting the other way, doing the little things, blah, blah, blah. But now you're just saving the guy who was doing the same old thing.
You're increasing the value of a single. You're telling me.
In the short term, but you're incentivizing the guy who's 19 years old. No, man, you got to launch. You got to pull the ball. Don't worry about hitting it the other way.
Look, Jake made a huge point. None of this matters if you don't deal with the strikeout rate at some.
Look at what Ronald Acuna Jr.'s done.
Yeah.
Knocked the strikeout rate and the shift, ground balls to his pull side, a right hitter. It has dramatically increased his average and his profitability on the offensive side.
But there's so many players quoted in your piece where they're like, yeah, the thing is that like hitting is so hard. Hitting is so hard. Like in particular, like what pitchers are doing now is just something pitchers have, like Jake did it. Sorry, Mr. Peavy. But like he did it. But like it's hard. Like pitchers are doing things that pitchers have not done before. Like, and hitters at a certain level, the strikeouts, I don't know how you fix the strikeout problem.
You choke up and have a two-strike approach.
Jason wrote about that. How do you fix the two-strike approach?
There's not one simple quick fix. Adjusting approach is a huge part of it. I think controlling sticky stuff is a huge part of it. Figuring out what you're going to do with the baseball. But nobody has a magic potion here.
I like the idea of one fewer pitcher on the roster. Make them
thought.
throw longer.
Make roster adjustments. By the way, I'm here in the batter's box. Let me show you. Well, you put your foot this way, and then you hit it that way. That's how you do it. Jake, right? Am I right?
Get your 2 best swings off. When you get 2 strikes, battle your rear end off and put the ball in play.
Everybody, you're just incentivizing now. Launch Joey Gallo baseball. That's what I'm saying.
You're not.
You're not? Okay.